Hey everybody. Well, today we're going to take a look at this brand new set from Lego. This just came out on March 1st of 2024, and it's the new smaller scale R2-D2, set number 75379, and it has 1050 pieces. So this is a really cool R2-D2. It's smaller than the UCS version, which I think would be very appealing for a lot of people who may not have the space for the larger one, and also the fact that it's cheaper. I think it retails for $100, $99. But really nice interpretation of R2 here. On the back, you can see some details here. So you can have them in the three-legged version or the two-legged version. The third leg just clips in. It doesn't have like a special mechanism like the UCS version, which is fine. It's a nice, simple kind of thing going on here. You got the little utility arms that you can see sticking out here. And I think those just kind of clip in as well. And then he's also got the scope up here. And the head's also going to be able to turn. So it looks really good. And you know how much I love R2-D2, so this was a must buy. And it has the nice little kind of UCS style plaque. I think that's a printed plaque as far as I know. And it also has the R2-D2 figure to go with it. I believe that has back printing as well, which is always good. I'm glad they started putting back printing on R2-D2. So been waiting for this kit to come out for a while, so I can't wait to get started building it. All right, so I wanted to show you this cool interior before it gets all covered up by these side panels. Now, first of all, I just want to say I really am enjoying this build. It's really neat. So this whole interior is a nice, solid, kind of semi-technic build right here. You can see how it's a good, solid thing. Now, this part here, you can see these things are moving right here. That's going to be the pivot for the side legs, where you can have them with the middle leg out or not. And then those are the side skirts at the bottom. Here's the side panel, one of the side panels. You're going to build more of these, but it's all sideways construction. It looks really good. Nice detailing going on in here. And then, of course, these are going to go on the side where his arms are going to go together. But I just wanted to show you what's going on with this before it gets all covered up. But it's very nice. I love it. So very fun build so far. I'm absolutely loving this. And here he is, all finished now. Oh man, I really, really like this R2-D2. In fact, I think I like this better than I thought I was going to. Now, I got to say the size here is just perfect. If you were comparing this to the UCS, I'll bring the UCS one out so you can kind of see the difference in size. But I would say, being able to display this on a shelf is so much easier than those UCS sets. And he looks really good. I mean, everything on him looks really good. They were really able to get all of his details done just perfect. He's got a few cool little features that I'll show you here in just a minute. But overall, he's fantastic. He's got these smooth tiles on the bottom, so it allows him to kind of spin, or turn. He doesn't have wheels or anything on the bottom, but because of those sliders on the bottom, it makes it so that he can kind of slide along. So a couple things I want to talk about when it comes to the stickers, but let me get you some close-ups so you can check out all of his really cool details. All right, so let's start with R2's head here. You can see they got the nice little red eye right there. This is a sticker right here for these little logic lights. Got his holo projector on that side. This piece right here was very interesting. This little kind of eye type of thing. It's actually built so that the back of it is facing us, not like the side that doesn't have the studs. So it's interesting the way they did it. It's on a little bit of a hinge right here because it's clipped in. There's just a clip down inside there, so it just kind of clips it in, and then you can kind of bend it back so it kind of conforms to the curvature of the dome. Now, even though I wish that Lego would just get a specialized dome piece, which would have been really cool for this set, because it's hard for them to make a dome shape in Lego form, but it still looks okay considering that it's Lego. But you got the blue panels right in there. That's a sticker right there for that one light. That's the other light in the back right there, his other holo projector, and then that's that other logic light that's back here. That's also another sticker. Here's the top. This is a really nice printed piece right there. Mine is a little off center, I must say. It's just a little bit. You can kind of tell by that middle disc piece how it's a little off center the way they printed it. But it's not a big deal, and I'm glad that it was a print because it looks pretty darn good for a printed piece, I gotta say. Here's the back side of his body. Everything was built around that frame. This is all sideways construction. You just snap each side on once you get the sides built. These are stickers down here, the coin slots, that little sensor thingy that he has. On the front, you can see all these cool grills that he has on there. I mean, they kind of matched up some pretty good details on them. Like if you see R2, he's got all this detail on there. Here's another one of the coin slots, and this thing again. These vents are really well done. Now, when it comes to the stickers, I wanted to mention a couple things about the stickers now, especially these ones here. If you look on the box art, there's a space between these right here, and it's kind of off-putting to me. In fact, every time I saw that picture, I thought, why do they have that space there? Because it doesn't look good. And if you look at these stickers, they're actually cut right to the very end right here. So I think it was intended for you to put the sticker to the very edge of this tile piece, and then put this one at the very edge of the tile, and same with that. And then that way you have no gap in there. It just looks a whole lot better because R2's little utility arms there don't have a gap in it. So if you're going to build this, I would recommend maybe if you want to not have that gap there. It looks better. It looks more correct. Same thing with these coin slots. They're kind of similar. Like the way they have it on the box art, there's a space right in between this one, and it looks kind of odd. So you're going to have to put these stickers closer to the edge so that they're more even for his coin slots. So, and that's what those were actually. R2-D2 on the original R2, those things were actually pieces of a vending machine. They were coin slots for the vending machine, and this was the coin return. It's pretty funny how they used those random parts for him. That thing there was actually one of the air vents on a plane where you can angle the air blowing on you. That's what those originally were. It's pretty funny. But yeah, this looks really good. Here's his legs. Nice detail going on right here. It was really fun to build these. They have that little piston thing and the bolts over here. Might have been cool to maybe have these a tile, maybe put the little disc tiles on there, but you know, I think it's fine the way it is. They even have this part right here all the way down. This looks really good. There's the power packs on the back, on the side right there. And then they use the fishing pole pieces for the cables. And there's the power pack right there. These are the ingots for those two things that are on there. The middle foot. This middle foot can come off. I'll show you how you can do that. So you can put them in the two-legged version of R2. And I also like how they finished off this skirt down here. On the UCS ones, at least on one of them, or maybe both, they've left this part open, and it looks really weird. I never like that about this. This looks finished, and it looks really good. All right, so let me show you some of the cool features that he's got. Now, R2's head does turn. It's got like the little ratchet piece on there. It turns nice and smooth. You can turn it all the way around if you want. There's no restriction in there. So I like that they have that feature. It moves very smooth. I love it. Now, on the UCS version, he had that little scope that popped out of here. They do still provide a little scope. This is it right here. It's just a nice little brick-built piece. But instead of having a little panel that opens, you just simply stick it right here on the corner like this of his head. And now you can have his little scope out there. Looks pretty cool. So that was a nice, simple solution to making that feature. A couple more nice features here on his torso area. Now these pieces here, those are where those little doors would open, and he's got the nice little utility arms that pop out. So all you got to do is take these tiles off. This one here, if I can get a hold of it. I accidentally took this part off by accident. Let me put that back on. And then this one here, you can also pop this off. Not the easiest thing, but I'll probably leave these on anyway, but it's nice that they have this feature. Okay, so now you got these studs sticking out, and they give you these two extra bits that you're going to put together. So this is the little arm for the computer access, and it bends like this. So you just put these pieces on here like this. So you have the connection point of the arm up at the top right here. And then this one here, on this side, you have another arm. This one's more like the little claw that he has, which also is on a little hinge piece right there. Same thing, you just plug that in right on this side. And now, by having this here, it looks like the door flipped open, even though it didn't. It gives the illusion that it did open, and then you can pull these out like this. Now you got R2's little tools. And that looks really neat. I love the way they did that. That looks fantastic, the way they were able to pull that off. And these are, adjustable, so you can turn these if you want. But yeah, very cool. I thought that was fantastic the way they handled that. Now, if you want R2 in the two-legged position, it's very simple to do. So you'll just lift him up. Here's those smooth gliders that I was telling you about earlier. Now this is simple. You just pull this off. There's no mechanism to make the leg pop out like on the UCS versions. Not the easiest thing because there's a pole or a post in there. There we go. See that little post? Makes it nice and secure though. See, there's what the bottom looks like. And then the legs are adjustable. You can move them on these, see how they move like this? And they're also kind of ratcheted as well. So you just kind of center them on there. And there he is in the two-legged version. Now you'll notice how these feet, when you pick them up, see how there's a little gap in there? That's very similar to the way the UCS version works. And they do that so that you can make his legs pivot. When you have the middle leg in, you got to have these pivot so that he'll lean forward. So you got to go like that. See, if you lift it, it allows you to turn it right there. Very, very smart design. And then by having it drop down on here, it keeps him from falling over. So yeah, I mean, that was really well done. Another well thought out thing. It's pretty much like the UCS version, but they just, miniaturized everything. But yeah, I really like this a lot. Love how they had all the same features on this as the big version. Here's the two minifigures that come with this set. So we have R2, of course, and then we have this really nice plaque. It is a printed plaque. Glad to see Lego is slowly but surely getting away from putting stickers on these big pieces. It's always a pain for everybody because they're big. It's hard to get them centered. They get air bubbles in them. So having these printed is so much nicer. You can see all the little stats right there. So you get this nice R2-D2 figure, and I love that he also has the back printing. Glad to see that they are doing that more and more. Archie should have had that back printing a long, long time ago, but it just makes him look so much better having that on there instead of that blank back that he had for years and years. Now this set comes with this exclusive figure. This is Darth Malik, and I think a lot of these midi scale sets are coming with the exclusive figures. So this is for the 25th anniversary of Lego Star Wars. You can see this nice printed base that he stands on. Very nice looking figure. Now, I'm not familiar with this character. I think he comes from one of the video games. I only watched the movies for Star Wars, and I never played the games, and I never watched any of the Disney Plus shows because, I don't know, the first three movies will always be Star Wars to me because those are the movies that I went and saw at the theater, and then everything else that came later, I just kind of was just kind of filler for me personally. But so yeah, I'm not familiar with this character, but the printing is very nicely done on his head. I love that headpiece on there. It looks really good. He's got his red lightsaber. So very cool. So a lot of people are going to want to get this figure from this set and the other ones that come along with the other sets as well. Now here we can see the size difference between the original UCS versions back here and then this new one that just came out. So this is the one that was from 2012. This is the one that came out in 2021. Is that right? Is that when this came out? Gosh, it seems like it was a long time ago now, but he's still available. You can still get this one. I see it in Target occasionally, which is odd that you can still get the large version, and they've already released a new version. But they all look great. They all look cool. I would say this one is an improvement over the original just because the dome looks a little more smooth. And also the mechanism to operate this middle leg was so much better in this one. This one here on the original one, I always had trouble with it and the switch on the back, and it's just really a clunky system. So they did a really nice improvement on this one. But now that I have this one, I'm going to probably end up taking this one apart because I need the space. I just don't have the room. And for a lot of us, as we keep collecting all this stuff, we're running out of room. That's probably the biggest thing I hear from other Lego collectors. So this little guy here is just ideal because he's got all the features that these ones have, but it's just a smaller version. And you can kind of play with him, because he's small enough, you can kind of move him around and stuff. And I kind of wish that with these two, they would have went with something simpler as far as like the middle leg where you just stick it in there. Instead of having that complicated mechanism in there, although this one does work better, it would have been just nicer to just have it snap in or something like that. So yeah, I mean, these are cool and all. I love it, but this one here, for me personally, is more ideal. So there you have it, the brand new R2-D2 set from Lego. This came out on March 1st of 2024. It retails for $100. Really love this R2-D2. I just think it has everything you want as far as an R2-D2 goes. Looks really good. I do recommend when you put these stickers on that you put these together. It just looks better without that gap. Same with that. Just my own little tip. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But for me personally, it just looked odd having that little white stripe in there. Really great R2. Does all the same stuff as the big R2. It's just that it's a much more compact design, easier to display. Really fun to build. You all know how much I love robots in general, but R2 is one of my favorites. This cute little guy. It's perfect. All right, well, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'd very much appreciate it. And until the next time, I'll see you on the next video. So thank you for watching and have a good one.